Hey guys, it's Game here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. This is Without Within, a short visual novel that I have not yet read, but am very intrigued by it. Yeah, I saw this on Steam and it was free, and I was like, heck yeah, free stuff, and I was like, oh baby, this looks like something I could record. So I'm recording it. And apparently it follows this woman named Vincy, I think, as she tries to pursue a career in calligraphy, which is some kind of art form, and I feel like I can, kind of relate with the artistic side of this story, of what I'm assuming is going to be in this story, because one, I am a writer, and I hope to get some novels published. I said published very weird. Published in the future, and also I have done many acting stuff in my past. So yeah, so so I'm hoping I can connect a little bit with this and feel for this girl. And with that being said, let's do this. Vente, Vente, Vente. The chants of my fans echoed through the door in front of me. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Vincy. Once I open this door, we'll head straight for our limo. Alright. The guard had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to these crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. Oh! A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as they stepped up. My guards waved their arms and shooed them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on after all. I blew a kiss for these star-struck peasants. Oh, that's rude, calling your fans peasants. Alright. Miss Vente, please let us hurry, my bodyguard also said. Too bad for him, I strut along like a model on a catwalk. Boy, howdy did I. Ow! Strutted. A group of reporters managed to worm through the crowd. They now tiptoed over my guards in hopes of scoring that exclusive. Vincy, how does it feel to have won another Calligrapher of the Year award? Ow! A reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention, because I'm so popular. Vincy, may I get a photo of you? Ow! Can you sign some autographs for my kids? And 2 for me, of course. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm sitting so close to the Vincy. Ow!
My fans stamped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled the pepper sprays to keep these fans in check. Boy, howdy. A young male reached in my direction despite having a spray aimed at his face. Rather admirable for a peasant. I extended a hand for this male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. Sight, not slight. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. I can read, I swear. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could because I'm so popular and beautiful. Ah. Miss Vente, Miss Vente. Ah. I don't know. I was trying to do like a high-pitched screech, but I can't do that crap. Anyway, the crowd chanted as my car window pulled up. How odd, they never referred to me as Miss. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. Miss Vincy, Miss Vincy.
Ow, bye. ...
Oh, rip dream. ... What is that thing on the side of my... What? I have a beautiful view, by the way. Look at that. Oh. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in the limousine for a good 30 seconds. In real life, my only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for a car anyways. Actually, this single room of cracked walls might be an insult to the War Department. Not War Department. Alright. Pull up those curtains for a spectacular $1 view featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow, greenish, whatever that is. Just open the window if you wish to smell the sewage as well. A breathtaking experience. Boy, howdy, let me tell you. By the way, sorry I needed to take back the one room thing. This place actually had 2 rooms. Thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet that still counted, right? Yeah, the toilet clogged 3 times a month, but yeah, it's still a toilet. Be careful. Oh, I forgot to go offline. Whoops. Yeah, alright. We're just gonna not deal with that. Anyway. Miss Vincy, Miss Vincy, a woman's voice echoed from outside. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock. 6 a.m. Waiting another hour or two would have been nice. Can't you tell I'm trying to sleep, woman? He's probably just wanted to tell me about another rent rise. Nothing good ever came out of that woman's mouth. I would be better off staying in bed. That's how I feel every day, man. Oh god, there's choices. Frickin' rise and shine. Face the day. Coming! As I changed into something more appropriate, the landlady still kept knocking. I said I was coming, did I not? Maybe I should walk out naked if that's what she dug. Oh god. Didn't know this game. Anyway, if this were a game, you might get a sales boost too. I see what they did there. Oh god. Wow. Save. Oh god. No. Okay, save. I don't know why I'm saving, but I'm saving. Alright, anyway. Sales boost, right. Oh god. Good morning, Miss Vincy, the landlord said. Landlord? What? Landlady said. I must ask, what's with that hair? It looks like you just woke up. No, don't judge me. That's because I did. It's a waste for young ladies like you to sleep away with your youth. Let me just pet your face. The landlady shook her head. Okay. She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her, but decided against it, as doing would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I arranged her, she would squash me into Vente flavored pancakes. Delicious! Let me stroke your face. No, okay. Miss Vente, your rent was due 3 days ago. Stroke your face. What? Oh. Well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, madam. My next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning. Guaranteed. 100%. The landlady grunted. Alright, just know if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live, and I won't be able to stroke your face anymore. Alright. She spun around to leave. Once she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of the cracked wall to fall off. Whoops. I tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wall fragments flaking off. Beautiful. Great. Why do I keep saying landlordy? Landlady would make me pay for that next month. Once I became an accomplished calligrapher, she would beg for a chance to shine my shoes and see my shoes and stroke my face, but I won't let her. Yeah, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. I would follow in their footsteps, but first I needed to put in the work. Without within. Yay. And so I returned to the busiest street in my area. With my calligraphy spread before me, I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared behind me, mixed with people shouting things about each other's mothers. Your mother looks like a mother and a father combined. Oh. Let me stroke your face. Landlady, what are you doing here? Oh god, you didn't see nothing. Alright, okay. Whatever you say. These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. Just one of the many things I dealt with in the name of art. Pedestrians took up almost every inch of space on the street ahead. Surely this would be a day when someone spotted my talent. Just keep telling yourself that. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people you reach out to will buy your work. I could live with that. Even just 1%, please, anything but 0. I wanted to scream at these people. They had no idea how much sweat I put in these calligraphies. I put my blood, sweat, and tears, my passion, my soul into these calligraphies. Persevere. I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment in my works. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You're charging for these? I made a tiny nod. The man snorted. I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I've ever seen. ... Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. Yes, attack him! No. We restrain. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. I thought they said chucking in my face. I was like, wow, this story just changed. Anyway, determining to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled up in my eyes and I clenched my fists to hold them back. Don't let them see. Be the good girl. You always have to be. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had a lost child on our hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. I got you, kid. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphies to be owned by another person like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. Help the kid! If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. Yeah, we don't want to be a hypocrite like politicians. I mean, what? Did I say that? No, I didn't. Of course I didn't. Don't fire me. Don't kill me. FBI, please. There. It's okay. Did you lose Mummy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost Mummy, okay? I'll help you find her. So there's no need to be scared. With my eyes that are just like eyebrows. Okay. The kid managed to nod at last, and I whispered "good boy" into his ear. A good boy, that's a good boy. Have a treat. Anyway, what's your mommy's name? Hungry. Her name is Hungry? What kind of family are you living in? The boy's tummy growled, and I realized what he meant. Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich? The kid shook his head. I want ice cream, you spoiled brat. Hey! Kid, ice cream is more of a dessert, actually. It's not really food. Yeah, quick save. Anyway. I want ice cream! And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let... okay, yeah, let me try it again. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let half of it melt on his shirt. Jessie, the boy said. That's my mummy's name. Jessie. I called as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever. Enough to make me blush. I didn't like the attention, in fact. Maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random next time I sold my calligraphies. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. A woman screeched through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. That would have been very awkward. Mommy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to his son, the woman gazed towards me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're wonderful, just wonderful. Let me stroke your face. No, landlady, get away. Oh, sorry. The torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same, I said. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there is something I could use help with, shameless plug. The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss. Which way back to the train station? Without within. The sky had gone dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Vente for a reason. Really didn't. Miss Vincy! The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me. My tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. Spill the boss. My explanation was in there somewhere, probably. Maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being here during such a busy period. Well, I'm sorry, I was being a good person. You don't understand. You don't understand. In the end, I took all the blame without complaint, not compliment. Well, at one point, I locked myself inside the toilet and screamed into the bowl. I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my workmate's head into the toilet. That was for me alone to know, though. You don't need to know it. If you tell anyone, I'll kill you. At least I earned the paycheck needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but reality kept pressuring me toward finding a second job. What the heck? Princess of Aria. Anyway, on my way home, I spotted a banner for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Aria. The game had been long typed on every forum I knew. Amazing art along with cast of famous voice actors, the writer and composer with big names too. Why the heck? Wait, what? Why is a voice... No, what? Why does a visual novel have, like, voice actors? That's... Okay. For Princess Aria to have an ad this big, there must be a lot of money to put behind the project. The way this banner hung high gave me the sense it was extra important. Bright lights shone on the princess's face to impress potential players. Yes, look at those bright lights, along with this person over here. Anyway. Yes, that was what I really wanted. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could already imagine how folks would react as I walked along the streets. Hey, I think that was Vincy. Wow, no way, you mean the famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe we should ask her for an autograph. I shook her face. God dang it, landlady, you're influencing everyone. My agent would then step back into speaking on my behalf. Please line up in an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. Stroke her face. God dang it, freaking landlady. My agent nodded in response. Autographs are available for $100, thanks. That'll be $100, thanks, the game shop's owner said. Princess Aria cost twice what I predicted. If I bought the game, I would have too little left for rent. I opened my wallet, hoping I might have more cash on hand than I realized. Then I had less, actually. Hung my head in the storekeeper's side. His arched brows pressured me into buying a game. I did ride 3 trains to get here. Might as well pick up something. I told the shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could see the cover. The title read, Sunflower War. Some visual novel about the battlefield stuff. Crap, no one cares. Copyright 1997. The bottom read. No wonder it was so cheap. Art by Invert Mouse, whoever the heck that was. That's a joke because I think Invert Mouse was like a person who wrote this. Anyway, the front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. I flipped the case to see what was highlighted on the back. The game supported up to 640 by 480 resolution. What? This was the pinnacle of technology. Yes. Shopkeeper grimaced. He must have sensed I wanted to say no. His stare made my palms stain with sweat, and I ended up buying up the game. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine. Remind me to never visit the store again. Without within. With heavy strides, I returned to my apartment. 2 calligraphy sales, late for work, and with my rent topped off by blowing cash on some game I had no interest in. What I really wanted was to play Princess Aria. Forcing myself to suffer anything less would just upset me further. Sleep. Forget it, I only bought Sunflower War out of pressure. After shoving the game into my bin, I crawled into bed, because artist needs sleep and drugs, but that's different. For the next weeks, I tried over and over to sell my calligraphies, but all my works remained untouched. Well, aside from a few pedestrians who, stepped on them by mistake. Wait, my bad. I didn't make one sale. Stale? Sale? Oh, God. This one guy said he needed my calligraphy to use his toilet paper. Right. I had 0 passion left for calligraphy. In fact, just thinking about it filled me with anger. This was no longer the career for me. Today, I choose to retire for good. Bad end. Whoops. Bad ends. So, how do we like get to someplace good? Okay, this time, we'll play the game, see what happens. I spent money on Sunflower War, might as well give it a go. The day left me pretty drained, so the relic of a game would do a good job putting me to sleep. I switched on my laptop and inserted a disk, which I partly hoped would fail to load from Mode Age. Too bad it worked just fine. No doubt a lot of people were loving Princess Aria right now. Meanwhile, here I was, enjoying this. It's 640 by 480 godsend. No voice acting either. Gross. These illustrations looked like they were done by a child. I would be better off closing my eyes and imagining my own artworks. The grass reached up to our knees. As I read along, I painted an image of the scene in my head. The plants rustled as we waded through. We paused once every few steps, fearing there might be snakes hiding among the bushes. Somehow we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged from beyond the horizon, outlining the earth with an orange glow. Slowly, the blue sky emerged and vanquished the darkness that haunted us. As light bathed the soil, I found myself in a field of sunflowers. I had imagined this place to look far more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a deep breath to savor the morning fragrance. In the distance, birds chirped, as if applauding our survival. I could see it. Not only that, but touch, hear, and smell too. An experience crafted by my own imagination. The image rivaled by the strokes of any artist, and it belonged to me alone. This fulfillment inspired me to take things further. And I have a frying pan on my head. Frying pot. Okay. This is what... Okay. Anyway, the blast of gunfire deafened us as we dove beyond the wall. A bullet whizzed past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed his helmet onto me with her dying breath. I would carry on her legacy. What? The desert heat pinched sweat out of my every pore. I desperately wanted to empty this water bottle down my throat, but with no help in sight, I must conserve every drop. Joe's eyes closed, this time never to reopen. Despite our promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wish I could take her place. I finished reading Sunflower War right as the clock struck 3 a.m. How so many people had missed this classic left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie, as I too had every intention of tossing the game aside. I kept demanding excitement without offering an ounce of passion in return. If I played my part, I might be able to discover so much more. As Sunflower War's credits rolled, I realized just how small the development group was. The team probably knew they stood no chance against the bigger studios, yet they still did their best with dated technologies and to deliver a vision they believed in. The happiness they felt when worked on the project poured out of every line in this game. I could gaze right into their hearts. Hearts! The one thing I had neglected. Hey, I'm happy. Mommy, Daddy! Vente, what is it, darling? What do you want? Look, it's my calligraphy. Oh, I love it. Calligraphy. Honey, it's calligraphy, you freaking idiot. But that's great. I think you have a lot of talent. This is so much fun. I'm gonna become a calligrapher. I had forgotten the last time I found joy in calligraphy. Every stroke these days felt like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over was how much or rather how little people paid attention to my efforts. My works no longer possessed heart, and I failed to notice it. Time to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose this path because I loved it. Within. The next day, I ventured outside with a new set of calligraphies. Though I made no sales thus far, I still found myself beaming. That might explain why some people smiled back. Perhaps it was the weather, but I swore everyone felt warmer today. Also, you know, it's freaking hot. Anyway, Mommy, there she is, the ice cream lady. A boy dragged his mother in my direction. It was that kid I helped out yesterday. The mother and I exchanged nods. Honey, the lady has a name. It's rude to call her ice cream lady. Freaking idiot. I'm sorry. What's her name then? Oh my, it's yeah. It's Vincy. The mother slapped her boy on the back. See, her name is Miss Vente. Mommy, can we buy one of these doodles from the ice cream lady? Doodle must be another word for the top line of calligraphy. No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brain out of this boy. My name was nowhere inside that little brain anyway. The mother checked her wallet and her face scrunched up the way mine often did. "All good, madame. I knew how it felt living on the edge of being homeless." "Please, please, 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 please," the boy nagged on. Just showed why I'd never have kids. The mother relented at last and bought one of my works. Guess the boy wanted to repay my kindness. I gave his hair a ruffle as thanks. After flashing his missing tooth with a grin, his mother pulled back into the crowd. "At least I scored better marks than yesterday. Oh boy, howdy." Another man strolled towards me. Wow, I was on a roll. With heart on my side, my fame and fortune had arrived. "Claim my shoes, peasants!" Oh. "Hey, it's you again." "Oh, it's the troll from yesterday." I calmed my thoughts to avoid causing a scene. Maybe the guy came to apologize. Even a creep like him must know how rude he had been. Yes, my aura had cleansed him of all evil thoughts. Go on, empty your wallet and touch my greatness. Wow, these new scribbles are even worse than the ones you put last time, nerd. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Somehow I turned into an internet celebrity. Right. Top comment. Dang, snap. Wow, she went full crazy, lol. Triangle mouth at 07, lol, Illuminati. She'd be like, "Why you no buy, ha ha." More like this might be a good time to look for that second job. Thank you for playing. Alright, anyways, guys, that was Without Within. A fun little visual novel, just kind of showing the struggles of, you know, artists and stuff. But, you know, kind of a happy ending, you know, because I think the moral of the story is, you know, it doesn't matter how much money you're making as long as you know, are doing what you love. And that's really what Vente is now doing after all the bad ends that I showed. At the good ends, she loves what she's doing and she's doing it, even though maybe she has to take a second job. You know, maybe it's just a hobby now after this. We don't know. The author doesn't tell us. But anyways, it's still a really good lesson. And if any of you do not have jobs yet, you know, make sure that once you get a full-time job, do what you want to do what you love, because that's really going to make your life awesome, as Vincy has very easily learned. Anyway, that was Without Within, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Shook your face.